Welcome back, guys, to this episode of A Little Pick Me Up. I did one a couple of episodes ago, and I felt like we just needed another one. So, welcome back, and I hope you enjoy it. This is the Kristin Ann Show, New York licensed social worker and board certified life coach. I just want to help you explore different ways to think. Thanks so much for tuning in. So, you might be listening to this morning or at night or whenever the fuck you're listening to this, and you're feeling like shit. I totally get it. Feeling like shit is not a fun place to be, regardless of what's happening in your life. If you had a argument with a significant other, partner, family member, friend, family member. Did I say family member? I think I did. But whatever the reason why you feel shitty, you feel shitty. And it doesn't feel great to feel shitty. So I'm here to tell you that this shitty feeling that you do feel right now is not here to stay. It's only temporary. It is not a forever feeling. If you're going through a big traumatic situation, this might take a little bit longer, but I'm talking about the normal feeling of feeling like crap, don't want to do the things that you know you have to do, or the big task seems so big that you don't even want to tackle them. I'm talking about that. And some days it feels like, why am I doing this? Why am I even trying? What I'm going to say is you have to enjoy the journey. You have to enjoy every little thing that you're doing in your life. Not every single thing is going to be enjoyable, but to feel good about what you're doing is going to help you get to the next step. It's going to make you feel a little bit better on those really, really hard days when you feel like you just want to give up. And Ed Milet, somebody that I have been following for a while now. Oh my God, how amazing would it be if he actually came on this podcast? That would be groundbreaking. So we're going to put it out to the universe. We're going to put it out to God and everybody else, up in the sky, and whoever makes these, decisions, or who you think makes these decisions of these big things. But one day Ed Milet will come on this podcast with me because he's so cool. And he's a really cool guy. I've never met him before. But I just feel like I would like for him to be my dad. Is that terrible to say? But all right, so Ed Milet, he has this, what would you call it? He has this mantra that he goes by, and just the power of one more. Just one more. So a little example of how I apply this is that when I go for my run or I go for my walk, mostly it's when I'm running. And I'm still building that of like running longer and longer. That's buildable. That's not something that happens overnight. But when I'm running and I point out like a car, okay, I'm going to make it to that car. And then once I make it to that car, I point out another object that I see that I'm going to run to if I feel like I want to stop. So every so often I point something out and I'm like, okay, I'm going to get to that point and I'm going to keep on going. Okay, I'm going to get to that point and I'm going to keep on going. And sooner or later, sometimes I forget that I'm doing that and I just keep on running. And then I feel like I'm like winded and I stop. But Ed Milet talks about the power of one more. So can you give that one more push, that one more run, that one more phone call that you feel like you have to make, that one more I love you to somebody that you love? Can you give one more? And yes, of course you can give one more. It's just one more. But now imagine giving one more and then more after that. Now, I don't want this to be so scary. So just take one more and that's it. But like the next day, maybe take one more and then take another. The next day, keep on building it because you're a person that is buildable. I feel like I'm looking at it as like you're a toy at, what is that toy store that used to be in the mall? Or I don't know if it's still in the mall, but it was like Build-A-Bear. Build-A-Bear. I'm thinking it as like Build-A-Bear. You are building yourself every single day. You're not born a way of like an entrepreneur or a runner. And some people might be, but for the people that are not, it doesn't mean that you can't get there. So think of yourself as like a Build-A-Bear. Every day you are building yourself to be the person that you want to be. So one more run, one more phone call, one more statement of gratitude, maybe just one more. And where you are versus where you want to be might feel like a really long way. And it might feel like you may never get there. But guess what? If it's something that you want to do, you will get there. And I know that you will get there because you want it. And I just don't want you to give up. I don't want you to give up on your dreams. I don't want you to give up on the standards that you have in your life for relationships, for friends, for family members, significant others. Let's say maybe you haven't found like the love of your life yet. That's okay, regardless of what age you are. If you're a teenager, if you're in your 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, and 80s. If you are meant to find the love of your life, you will. Now, don't mistake this for, yes, I do believe I'm going to find the love of my life, but if you think that you're just going to sit on your couch and this person's going to magically appear in your doorway, it's probably not going to happen. So have the belief and have the thought and the feeling that you are going to have these things that you want, but you do have to work at it. And this was a very hard concept for me for a while. I thought, well, maybe if I can think about it, it would just come true. No, you have to actually do stuff. And it doesn't have to be really big. Take those really small steps and get yourself there. Another example, I am 33 years old and I have never been consistent with vitamins, ever. And I just started maybe like a couple of days ago. Now in my head, I'm like, oh my God, I'm 33. I might as well not even just start because I'm too late to the game. No, start at any time, at any moment. I know like vitamins, it sounds like a small like a thing, but like being consistent with something, it can be very challenging. Very challenging, but start with a very small thing and build yourself into the bigger things. And then you're going to be like, holy shit, I started something really, really small. And then it grew into something really, really big, like being consistent with working out, being consistent with taking your vitamins, being consistent with one thing will trickle down to like those even bigger things. I promise you that. As long as you stay consistent, as long as you believe in yourself, you are fucking magic. You can do anything that you want. Yeah, you might be stuck at the day job that you may not want, and you've been working on this dream for years, but keep on going. Life is really precious. You deserve all of what life has to offer, and I know it sounds really cliche. It does. I agree with you on that. It sounds extremely cliche. But life is beautiful and hard things happen in life. You just have to find the right people to protect you and to help you get through those things and protect you in a way of being there for you. They can't protect you from everything. The only person that can protect you is you. You are a fucking force. You are a force. You can do anything that you want to do. You're fucking magic. You're persistent. You're consistent. You have love to give. You are open to receive love. You are open to anything that this world has to offer you. So I hope that you're listening to this, thinking about whatever is on your mind. Maybe that argument with the family member or significant other, or a deadline at work, or that dream that you've been thinking about. Do a little thing towards one of those things that you're thinking about. Do one thing. Just do one thing for today. and then keep on building it because you deserve it, because you fucking deserve it. And I know, yes, very cliche, but you do deserve it. You deserve all of the happiness in the world. And whatever is not giving you the happiness, take a look at it, evaluate it, and figure out if this thing or this person or whatever, or a situation deserves to affect you so much. So I hope that you walk away from this episode and do one thing towards whatever is going to make you feel fucking amazing. If you guys can let me know about that one thing that you actually did towards something that you know is going to make you happy, please let me know because I want to know. _Kristin _Ann88. And I hope you enjoyed this episode. Bye, guys. Thanks so much for tuning in. If you enjoyed the episode, please like, share, follow on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, and SoundCloud. Also, come follow me on Instagram, _Kristin _Ann88. And if you're ready to take the next step because you fucking deserve it, come take a look at my website on Instagram,